Hey everybody, hope you can see me. You guys know I always have to get this stuff like straightened up before I can actually um officially do this. So this is a surprise live. This is a surprise live. Um so come on in. I'll give you guys a chance. Come on in. Say hi in the comments. Let me put a comment. Happy Sunday. I'm going to be on here till about 8 o'clock just to chat with you guys. Come on in. Surprise live. Surprise live. I try to do these once a month on my main channel just to, encourage you guys with investing, let you guys know some of the things I'm thinking about and some of the things that I'm doing. Um, yeah, and just conversate. Conversate. It's been a busy week for us, actually, like busy couple weeks for us. But this particular week has been super busy. I'm just making sure everything is right on my end. Tanya, hey Tanya, can you let me know if you can hear me and see me okay, please? Like give me a thumbs up or something to let me know. Um, and then I'll get right into, I'm sure, the banner that you all see and just let you guys know how I'm preparing for the coming week when it comes to investing and beating inflation and all those good things. Okay, so let me know if you can hear me and see me. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you. Thank you. I've been back for a few hours. We were out looking at homes today. So that's the one reason why I didn't have a video. I usually have a video sometime on Sunday in the afternoon, but it just Sundays is very popular when it comes to looking at houses. Sunday and Saturday, those are like the busiest days um, that you can go and look at homes. So yeah, I mean, we had church and then we went to look at homes. So I'm back. Usually most open houses are done. It's about what 7 p.m. here. So yeah, I'm just looking at my phone, making sure everything looks good. Okay, so you can hear me. That's great. Make sure you guys like the video. I know it's 5 of you watching. So what I'm going to do is first, before I get into anything, whenever I do my pop-up lives, a lot of the times it's motivated or inspired by a lot of you guys. So you ask me, could I come on, especially when the market is kind of wonky, the stock market. You see inflation kind of tearing at your budget and you're trying to figure out what can you do, how can you do to kind of beat inflation, get ahead. And so whenever I get a bunch of questions like that, I try to do like these surprise lives to encourage you guys to answer any questions that you may have. And things like that, because I want all of us to beat inflation. So the first thing is that you see right up on the banner. So I am hosting like a special inflation sale. I try to do a sale once a month, because things going up, and I want to encourage you guys to save and invest and do all of the wealth building things, and not have you break the bank to do it. Okay, so tonight only is tonight only. As you can see, all the products are 50% off, all of the products. Okay, so if you're looking for your investing workbook, your beat inflation challenge, your $1 a day challenge, everything is 50% off tonight only. Okay, with the code live. Okay, so you have to use that code live if you want to use that. Also, guys, I wanted to see how you guys were doing when it comes to your portfolios with the $1 investing challenge, or if you're doing like the $2 version, the $10 version, whatever version you're doing of it. Let me know how you're doing in the comment section. If you have any questions about that, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to, help you along with that the best that I can through this live. So I am going to get started with letting you guys know how I prepare for the week when it comes to investing. So, with wealth building, with investing, with debt payoff, whatever it is you're trying to do to kind of get ahead of the curve, right? You have to make sure you have a plan. You cannot kind of fall into this. If you are trying to buy a house, if you are trying to become a millionaire, whatever it is you're trying to do when it comes to your finances, you have to be strategic about it. You must have a plan. You must figure out, like your first step and then, the next 5 steps. Now, again, you can't predict the future. Things may happen, but again, you should never approach anything when it comes to your finances kind of haphazardly, if that makes any kind of sense. Remember, money is very methodical. It is very like purposed, and you have to make sure that your approach to it is the same way. Let's see. Hey, Jay Budgets. Hello. Hi, Josh. Thank you for joining. Yes, you said so true. You need a plan and a vision. You absolutely need one. If you don't have a plan or especially in this type of market, whether you're looking to buy a house and the market is just crazy, whether you're looking to invest in stocks or crypto and the market is tanking, you have to have a plan, because that vision, your goal, will keep you going when the market is going down right now, right? Because it's going to the crapper. I mean, every stock you can think of is down right now. Cryptocurrency is extremely like down. It's taking a huge beating. But again, if you have a plan and you are educating yourself, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. Okay. And one of the things that, a lot of you love about, for example, the stuff that I sell. So remember, I'm having a sale tonight only, all my products, not the services. Now, the services are marked down, but the products, all of them are 50% off. That's the inflation special tonight only, because I didn't have a video out and several of you were looking for one. And I know, I'm sorry, but with this housing market, again, we were just talking about having a plan, being specific, being strategic when it comes to whatever your goals are. So let's first talk about, give you guys an update on the housing market. So if you did not see my video I put out on Friday, where I took you guys on a house tour with us. And one of the things that I said in the video is that you have to be specific and strategic. You guys notice we did not open a refrigerator. We did not comment on anything about furniture or the pictures on the walls. We didn't even talk about the paint on the walls. You saw what we were looking at in that video. Why? Because there was another agent and their client waiting to get into the house. So we used our time wisely and purposely while touring the house. So we knew, okay, if we wanted to put in an offer on this, because you're not going to get any seller's assist. You're not going to be able to have all of the good things that you usually would want when you are a buyer of a home. So you have to be really strategic. And when our agent came back and said the other agent, the seller's agent, said that there were 18 offers on the house, I was like, you got to be kidding me. 18 offers, 18 offers. Come with your best and your highest by Monday. Now, remember, our approach to this is as a business. We're not living in this property. We're using it as an investment property. And now, quick side note. I know I got a couple of questions about it, like how do I feel about being a buyer in this market? I will tell you that we have heard from so many potential applicants. When we first, for example, when we listed our home last year, because we had bought a rental property last May and we put it on the market for rent. So many of those applicants were asking us, could you please, are you buying more houses? If another tenant is looking to get out of a house, can you let us know? Because we would prefer to deal with, people like my husband and myself versus like a corporation, because a lot of corporations are out here buying up apartments, condos, homes in general, and we are in competition with them, because again, this is about making sure that we can kind of get into this game. And a lot of people are looking for like more mom and pop landlords versus a corporation who really don't care about the homes and is looking to make money. But when you are looking, hi April, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi Sugarberry, welcome. I gotta make sure I read these comments. But yes, we did not get that house that I showed you in that video on Friday. So make sure you go back and take a look if you want to see how, hear us talk about the house, look at some potential issues that the house had and all of that good stuff. So make sure you go and watch that video that came out on Friday. But we did go see a couple of more. We did put another offer in on another place. The place that we saw today, or one of those, we are thinking about it. It needs a little bit of work, and we're really trying to gauge whether we want to use our time, because remember, time is money as well. How much time is it going to cost, in addition to materials and labor to fix said products to get it ready to be listed for rent? So I'll let you guys know. If our offer do get accepted. The agent for that sell. This other seller will let us know tomorrow if I think our offer was pretty good. I'll tell you this, guys. If you are, I don't know if you heard about the interest rates going up. It is like right now we're looking at about, I would say 6.6% interest rate. Remember, we're buying a investment property. So the interest rates are always more expensive when you are buying an investment property or a vacation home or a second home versus like a primary home. Primary homes mean homes you're going to live in. And we're not going to live in these homes. It's a business for us, an investment property. So the interest rates are going up. So what's been happening lately is that a lot of homes have been coming back on the market because the buyer's financing falls through. Now, I talked about this in the first video of this home buying series about credit. There have been a couple of people who have opened up credit, new credit, when you are, in the phase of buying a house. I tell people all the time, like, don't open up nothing new. If you can help it, do not open a new credit card. Do not go out and get a car. If you got your pre-approval and you're actively looking for a house, do not open up nothing until you get to that closing table and you get those keys. Then you can apply for whatever you want. But remember, the bank is, after you get your pre-approval, the bank is still going to come back once you get your offer accepted and you start going through the underwriting. They're going to check your credit again, and they're going to see if you opened up anything new. So that's just a tip for you guys, but we haven't done any of that. But yes, fingers crossed, like April said, that we get it. If not, we'll continue to look. Another update is that our mortgage lender increased our pre-approval timeline without having to check our credit. So usually when you get a pre-approval, there is a deadline date. You have to have something under contract. It's usually about 30 to 60 days before you have to kind of reapply all over again. Well, because we have a relationship with our particular mortgage lender, we have them for a couple of other properties. They extended it to June 22nd, which is great. I mean, that's like amazing. So that's another update that we're really happy about because it gives us more time to look for a home. But yeah, we've been looking out. Your girl is, a little tired today. I'm a little tired because, running back and forth. Again, when a property comes on the market, and I love to use Redfin a lot. When a property comes on the market, you have to go see it like right then and there. I know that virtual tours is becoming a big thing now, but I love to look at homes in person. There's nothing like seeing a house in person because pictures lie. I'm telling you guys, pictures can lie. It may look fantastic when you're looking at it on your phone or on your desktop, but it's nothing like seeing a house in person with these, okay? With your eyes, okay? So go look, and I hope that you guys, if you have any more questions about the home buying process or anything, just let me know. But again, if you are following my home buying series, a lot of the questions that you may have, I probably already have answered, if that made sense. Okay. Next thing I want to talk to you guys about is inflation. So I know I've been getting a whole lot of questions about this, and I have some videos coming out talking about this and some other topics that you guys have asked me about. So stay tuned for that. Hi, Dee. Welcome, welcome. April says, yes, pictures lies. I've seen so many houses that look, oh my goodness. Yes. That's why I said, like, go and see the houses if you can, because if you're looking at a house on a phone, it looks so beautiful. Oh my goodness. And you don't realize that now listing agents can enhance pictures. They can brighten it up in certain spots, darken it in other areas. They can crop out certain things. Or so if you're going to put an offer in on a house sight unseen, you don't know what could be what I call lurking in the shadows. Okay. You don't want big expense items like lurking in the shadows. So if you can go see a house, go see a house. That's like one of my biggest tips. But yes, inflation is, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't like foresee in the future. I'm not like a prophet or anything like that. I will say, and I hope you guys can see me okay. I will say that things will get worse before they get better. And I am going to talk about the stock market a little bit, but in terms of inflation, things will get worse before they get better. This is just basic economics here. I mean, you can see it with your own eyes. Somebody tell me in the chat, what is the second most popular time for the rise in cost of goods and services during the year? Outside of the holidays. The holidays is the number one time where you will see an inflated cost of goods and services. But tell me the second time during the year when you will see like these inflated prices, and then we'll go on from there. So somebody tell me. Yes, yes, April. Yes. Thank you so much, girl. Hit the like, everybody. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Yes, April. Yes, summer. Summer is the second busiest time where you will see like the prices, inflated prices of goods and services go up. And guess what's coming? Guess what's on the horizon? It's summer. Now, right now it's May 15th. It's still spring. Things are kind of getting in the groove. But like I said before, things are going to get worse before they get better. Imagine you got all the children out of school now. What do people do in the summer? They go on vacation. They usually spend more eating out. They spend more at like the mall and movies. Why? Because they have a lot of free time. They don't want to stay in the house. And especially with the pandemic, people are like anxious to get out. Like I said, you have a lot of vacation, you have a lot of travel. And remember, if you think gas is hectic now, if you think hotels are hectic now, if you think clothes, I can't even imagine what the back to school prices are going to look like again, because everything usually goes up in the summertime. Your food bill usually goes up in the summertime. Your utilities. Why? Because especially if you have children, everybody is in the house. So I always tell people, if you are doing, I'm grabbing this beat inflation challenge with us, I'm telling you guys, it's a great way to get ahead. I filmed, and this is a part of the 50% off product sale. So make sure you guys take advantage. It's tonight only. But I did that shopping update where I was starting to restock my pantry, right? Because I want to buy those products now, because when July gets here, imagine how much it's going to cost to buy sugar. Because sugar, even, I'll tell you this. I was in the market the other day. Now, again, I'm not like an expert on prices when it comes to food and all that, but I don't ever remember like a 4 pound bag, because it used to be 5 pound bag of sugar. Now it's 4 pounds being over $3. Sugar, like store brand sugar, not the Domino brand, which is like almost $5 where I live, just sugar. Okay, going up. So again, guys, I figured, you know what? I'm going to use this beat inflation challenge, and I'm going to get ahead and start stocking up my pantry now. That's another way that we can beat inflation. Now, again, the best way to beat inflation is investing. That's the best way to do it. You will not be able to beat it faster and like with by huge margins other than investing. We're going to talk about investing in a little bit. But stocking up your pantry, maybe starting your Christmas sales. I know Target, and I hope Target didn't change this, but usually in July, Target has like a huge clearance sale on like a bunch of toys and just things like that. And I used to go to those July clearance sales at Target and just stock up on toys because I have like a bunch of godchildren, a bunch of nieces and nephews. I have children, so I already know, okay, I'm going to need some of these toys. I start stocking up on Christmas toys in the summer. You want to get started on that? You can use the Beat Inflation Challenge. You can use the debt payoff portion of this challenge to make an extra payment on your credit cards. And let me tell you why. Because the interest rates that the Fed is putting out is not just for mortgages. It's variable interest rates too. So if you have a credit card and your credit card has a variable interest rates, and most of them all do have this, you're going to notice your minimum payment is going to be going up. So you can use this challenge to get ahead, make an extra payment on your credit card, maybe make an extra payment on your car loan. Get ahead, and we're going to talk about student loans, okay? And let's kind of go into this. Let's go into this right now. And again, your Investy Bestie is here to kind of keep it real, to let you guys know so that we can prepare, right? So we can prepare, because like I said, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Now, you guys know there's a lot of talk going on with the abortion and things like that. And I'm all for, women and their bodies. I mean, I'm all for that. But have you guys noticed the student loan cancellation has kind of disappeared? The talk has disappeared. Have anybody else noticed that? My husband and I were talking about that the other day, and we were like, wait a minute. So that kind of just stopped. Again, I'm all for this conversation with women, their women's bodies and all that, but I just thought, oh my goodness, it stopped. There has been no conversations about student loan debt cancellation, not even the $10,000. And this is why I told a couple of you who I met with one-on-one. And remember, my one-on-ones are on sale as well during this inflation sale. It's not 50% off, but it's already marked down through the site mt1finance.com. But do not rely on the government. Please, if you can, especially when it comes with student loan forgiveness. I know they're making all the promises in the world. I know the president, says a lot of things, but again, this is politicians. This is politics. They like to play on our emotions. And again, we were fortunate to kind of get our stuff paid off. I know, like Jasmine over at Baddies and Budgets, that's my sis. She's been paying her stuff off. Why? Because you just don't want to rely on the government. Now, we've been having a lot of pauses with the interest rates. So again, that's another way to beat inflation. Try to save up some money for your student loans, because again, I can't foresee the future. I'm not a prophet. I just don't see them canceling student loans. I don't even see them doing $10,000, if I'm being honest right now. There hasn't been any talk about it. So these are some of the things that I'm looking at when I'm watching or reading the news. And I really do read a lot of the news, but I mean, it's crazy. April, that's amazing. You got your student loans forgiven. That is so great, sis. See, I'm happy for you. But I know a lot of people are waiting, like holding their breath, really hoping that the government will come through. But again, if you can make a plan, get ahead, do that. Okay. Do that. Let me come back up. You said, April said, I'm dreading back to school. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute, Jay, your summer gas here is 507. Again, I know some of you are using the Beat Inflation Challenge to buy gas, like have like a gas sinking fund. I mean, it's real. And remember when I asked you guys through a poll a couple weeks back, like your gas prices, were they going down? And everybody's gas went down about 10, 15 cents. And then it seemed like that following week or week and a half, the gas went right back up, and then went back up even more. I believe our gas is inching to 470, but like Jay said, her gas is 507. My husband gets premium gas for his car, 530. I'm like, oh my goodness, like $5.30 for gas. But again, this is how we can get in front of it, right? Again, and inflation sucks, but the best way that we can kind of approach it is by being preventative. Okay, we're going to play offense and we're going to play defense when it comes to inflation. We're going to get our money prepared. We're going to be strategic about it so that we can accomplish all the things that we want to accomplish. April says, I'm trying to buy in bulk to get ahead a little bit. That's the best way, sis. Buy in bulk a little bit. Tanya says, can you tell me, for someone looking to buy a house, should they buy now or wait? My daughter is looking for a house, but her boyfriend keeps saying to wait because the market is going to crash, but I say she should. I will tell you this. If your daughter is okay with paying a smidget higher in interest, she can just maybe wait to the fall. But again, it's really hard to time any type of market, because a lot of people thought when the pandemic happened, the market was going to crash. A lot of people thought last year the housing market was going to crash. And the only thing that it did was the demand for it was kind of driven up. And I believe as long as this pandemic is kind of lurking around, the housing market is always going to be kind of on fire per se. Now, the housing market is slowing down a little bit because of the rising interest rates, because it's going to be more expensive for people to qualify for mortgages and to like get, maybe more expensive homes. But I would say that in terms of what we're doing, we don't like to time anything. If we're ready, we have our down payment, we have our closing costs, our credit score is in the right place, we just go ahead and start. I will also tell you that it may get a little hotter in the summer, because the summer is the busiest time for home buying. People want to get their kids in a home so they can register them in the school district before school starts and all of that. So it gets really, really hot. But I would say the slowdown is like, instead of 20 people putting offers on home, is 10. So it's still hot. It's just not like sizzling, like, ooh, ow, hot, if that makes any sense. Josh says, love that idea. Always try to buy gifts early too. Yes, yes, yes. Let me see. April says they should just forgive everybody's student loans. I mean, if we can send money elsewhere, and again, I'm not getting political or anything, but if we can send money elsewhere, we can at least forgive $10,000. And I actually believe that that will help stimulate the economy even more, because if people by nature, especially Americans, are consumer driven. Okay. We like to shop. That's just a known fact. So if people don't have to put as much money towards their student loans, they'll be more you know, tempted to go buy more clothes or go out to eat at restaurants or travel more, and maybe, go to the movies or things like that because they don't have to worry about making that big student loan payment. So I do believe it will actually stimulate the economy if they forgive some of them. But again, student loans is very political. We're coming into midterm elections in the fall. So, and we actually vote in my state on Tuesday. So, again, student loans are very political, which is why I always advise people to, if you can, start paying on them a little bit if you can. Start a sinking fund, do a savings challenge, do the beat inflation challenge. Anything you can do to kind of get ahead a little bit, because every little bit helps. I think a lot of people knock the $20 payments, the $5 payments. Something Tasha says over at Mind Your Money, when she was going through her student loan payoff and actually follow her journey, she was making like $5 payments, $15 payments. Every little bit towards your interest helps. But if you don't make it, if you don't make any type of payments or have a plan for your student loans, and you're just kind of relying on the government, remember, we're all tools in their hands. They just want our votes, and that's it, right? So yes. Okay. So also on Sundays, what I like to usually do is study and prepare for the week. So I'm grabbing my investing workbook. And yes, this is also a part of that 50% off sale. I'm telling y'all tonight, only take advantage. But yes, I have this, and I actually punched holes for my happy planner, put it in there so that you guys, it's really flexible. I know a lot of you use it on your tablets and all of that, but I like to prepare for the week. And I have like my stock and fund watch list. So I've been looking into 2 companies now when it comes to, these sales that are going on in the stock market. So the stock market has been down. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're in a safe company. It doesn't matter if you are in a safe fund. Everything is down. Okay. If you have a portfolio, you have probably saw a lot of red. I put a post out on my Instagram. So if you're not following me over there, make sure you follow me. But our stocks were down in just 1 month, $20,000. 1 month down. And I also mentioned in a video that I put out recently that don't ever say you lost money unless you sell your positions, unless you click that sell button on Robinhood or Fidelity or Cash App or wherever you're investing through. Unless you click that sell button, you did not lose anything. You're just down. So again, this is about, you know, encouraging ourselves when it comes to investing. You want to make sure that you're even using the right words, because if you say you lost, if I said I lost $20,000, that will affect me mentally much more, I would say, intensely than saying I'm down, because I'm down but I'm not out. And I can tell you that if you were investing in March of 2020 when the real stock crash happened, like when the panorama first started and everything dropped, our 401k was at $88,000. Talk about scary. $88,000. Well, what we do, buy and hold. You always know I say the same thing. Buy, hold, buy, hold, buy, hold, buy, hold. Into good companies and funds now. And when you do it, the market always, always comes back. Imagine what Warren Buffett is doing right now. Imagine what some of these other billionaire investors are doing. They're buying crypto right now. I couldn't believe that Bitcoin was under $30,000 a coin. And again, that may sound like a whole lot, but just 6 months ago, it was like almost at $70,000. No, it was $70,000. So again, it's if you believe in whatever it is you're investing in, and I know it can be hard because you got a lot of people putting a lot of posts, a lot of videos, a lot of it is fear based, but I kind of always fall back to the fact of, if you're not showing me your account, if you're not showing me your real numbers, you can block your private information out. I'm not going to take too much into what you say, because a lot of this stuff is sensationalized, just like the news. So if you're watching somebody and they're just a lot of fear, like mongering, like, oh my goodness, it's going to crash, it's going to crash, it's going to crash, instead of telling you, be prepared, get some cash on the side so that you can take advantage of the sales, be smart with your investing, buy and hold into good companies and funds. That's the type of people that I'm trying to listen to, because they're helping me to be preventative, to protect my money versus trying to scare me out. And guess what they're doing? They're buying in while everybody is selling. When I saw Disney under $100 per share, and I actually made a short about this, a short, when I saw Disney under $100 per share, I grabbed some. It was I couldn't help it. I mean, these are sales that you salivate for as an investor. And there was just so many companies. I wanted to add on to our positions. I wanted to buy more. And of course, you guys know we invest quite a bit of money every month. Oh my goodness. But again, Disney was under $100. Starbucks was like in the 60s. I mean, like, these are great companies. Disney is not going anywhere. Have you looked at any of their parks recently? Like, go onto YouTube and type in like Disney parks or something like that. The parks are busy. I mean, Doctor Strange, right? Marvel, that Disney bought out, just came out in the theaters, setting records. Every time a Spider-Man movie come out, it's setting records. And you know who's getting paid? Disney, okay, on the back end. So I know Disney is not going anywhere. They're having some struggles right now, but as an investor, I'm looking 5 years into the future. And that's what I'm trying to encourage a lot of you to do the same, is to, be knowledgeable investors. I try to teach you that. And I know I have a question here about the wealth builder, and I have to pull that up because I have a lot of products, sis. I have a lot of a lot of products. Hey D, don't worry about it, D. You're not late. Welcome, welcome. You said you needed your nap, D. I love when you always talk about you taking your naps. I think that's just so funny. But yes, the Wealth Builder has a Roth IRA tracker in it. It has like a couple of investing challenges in it. So I have an investing challenge in that Wealth Builder bundle that is like a self-paced investing tracker. So a lot of like saving challenges or things like that have like deadlines to them, like a 52-week, you got to do it in 52 weeks or something like that. One of those trackers inside there is self-paced. And one thing I love about it is that you set the amounts that you want to invest. So if you want to do $1 a day, you can do that. We're already doing that in the challenge, but I know a lot of people told me they do 50 cents a day because some people can't do large amounts of money. So 50 cents a day, again, is better than nothing when it comes to in investing. I have a tracker in there for your kids, Selena, and welcome to the chat, sis. Because a lot of people don't know how to invest for their children. I do have a video about that, and I have a video coming out about that in an update. Okay, so stay tuned for that. But I have a tracker in there about that. I have a portfolio tracker in there. So a lot of beginner friendly stuff. A lot of the stuff that I have on my site, I created because I needed those things when I was starting on my journey. So a lot of that stuff that I sell is tried and true because I used it. And a lot of people ask, well, how do you get to millionaire status in 7 years? Through all of those trackers that I created. And it also teaches you patience. It teaches you to be consistent. It teaches you to kind of keep your eye on the prize versus trying to get quick overnight. Now, if you want to YOLO into AMC or GameStop, that's not what I do. I don't even sell things that are like that. But what I try to sell is things that benefited my husband and myself on this journey, things that I wish existed. Okay. And that's why I said sometimes experience is the best teacher. If you have someone that's gone through this, I'm not telling you how to be a millionaire, and I'm not one. I'm telling you how to become a millionaire because I am one. Like those types of things. That's how I learn. I'm a visual learner. I learn by experience. I learn by practice. And that's just, a lot of the stuff that I sell is really created because I wish I had those things when I started. So I hope I answered your question, Selena. But it's in the description box. When you go to the site and you're looking like at the different products, it tells you what's in it. Let's see. Patty says, "Hey, Shalise, so happy to be." Thank you, thank you again. This is one of I try to do these once a month, like I said, on the public channel. Now we over on Patreon. We meet every month. I have a dividend group over there, and I have 2 companies I'm really am excited to talk to them about because you guys know I'm about that dividend life. Okay, I love getting yes. And somebody asked me a question about that. Do you get dividends when the market is red? Absolutely. Check out my video from last, what was it, Wednesday or Tuesday, where I talked about 12 paychecks. Yes, you still get dividends when the market is red. And I have a dividend builder. Where is that builder that I had? Because a lot of you were asking about that. This is what it looks like. And I do feature it in videos, but I know I get subscribers coming to the channel, often, and they don't know. So yeah, dividends builder. Oh yeah, you get dividends when the market is red. And this is why a lot of the rich folks, the wealthy folks, buy when it's low because they know the dividends are still going to pay out. Old Realty Income is still going to pay me my $25, $30 a month because I have their shares. Okay. CVS is still going to pay me. Altria, ticker symbol MO, is still going to pay me. Coca-Cola, Bank of America, Walgreens. I mean, all these companies are still paying their investors, which is why I tell people don't panic sell when you see the market red. It can be hard because you're looking at your account, you see the numbers down, you're getting stressed out. But again, that's why you track. You know why I have so many spreadsheets? Somebody said, girl, why do you have so many spreadsheets for times like this? When the market is red, when things are going to the crapper, I go to my spreadsheets, I go to my printables, and I say, oh my goodness. So today I'm down, this week I'm down. But if I zoom out to the past 6 months, my stuff is up 40%. Okay. So this is why I track everything because it gives you motivation when the market is red. Because remember, investing or wealth building in general is 90% psychological, it's emotion based. When you see your stuff falling down, if you can't make an extra debt payment, if you can't save as much to your savings challenges, it can become discouraging. But if you have your trackers and you can go back and see, oh my goodness, last month I saved $500 towards, my debt payoff, or I saved $250 towards my kids' educate. Again, that is how you motivate yourself. And I'm telling you, it will re-energize your like spunkiness to continue on this journey, right? So what did D says dividend? Yes, girl, dividends. Yes. She said I got $1.24. I'm telling you, look, I remember when our dividends were 25 cents. We got a dividend for 11 cents from Bank of America once. I only had like a tiny fraction of a share. Couldn't get a whole lot. But I was really proud of that 11 cents because I didn't do anything I didn't do anything. That's the best type of passive income. You just make money and sleep, right? That's the best type of passive income. You literally are doing nothing. Yes, my portfolio may be falling down, but I'm still collecting them paychecks every month, right? We still collecting those paychecks every single month. In Old Realty Income, ticker symbol, I said Old Realty, Realty Income, ticker symbol O, pays a dividend every single month. So does Main Street Capital as well. So again, these are some of the things we talk about over in the dividend group. But yes, I'm telling you, invest because the dividends pay out and you're getting companies on a sell right now. So don't view it as, oh my goodness, my stuff is falling. View it as, oh my goodness, let me see if I can find some extra money so I can buy another share of this company or another share of that company. Our stock picks for the month of May. So I don't know if many of you are doing the investing challenge. I know it's making its rounds on the internet. So thank you all who have been doing this with me. We've been doing this challenge since October into September. It's been a while, okay? Consistently, every month, whether the market is up, whether the market is down, we are doing this challenge. And I created the challenge for beginner investors so that we can do something together where it's not too complicated. You can get a very easy introduction to the stock market because the stock market can be really challenging to understand. And we just, are being consistent and knowledgeable investors. I try to teach you along the way and guide you to the stock market world. But our picks for May was Amazon and the Fidelity Consumer Discretionary ETF. Go back through my community post. You will see it there. But Amazon is about to go through a stock split, a stock split. So you guys picked or voted on a great company that you could probably get, like, especially if you could save up some extra coins, maybe even get a whole share. Amazon is down right now. So let's say it's at $2,100. Let me pull up my calculator. They're doing a 5-for-1. I believe is it 20 for 1 or 5 for 1? I'm pulling on my phone. I've been looking at so many stocks today that sometimes it becomes all one like blur. But they are doing a 20 for 1. Oh my goodness. I thought it was 10 for 1. See, I'm telling you, I'm looking at a lot of stocks. A 20 for 1 split. So I got my calculator because we on this live, we're going to do some mathing. Okay, we're going to do some mathing. If I believe Amazon was around $2,100 a share, which is expensive, right? It's expensive. Divided by 20 is $105 per share. If it was to split right now, that's how much it would be. So that's what I'm saying. Get your arsenal up, your cash arsenal up. April asked or D asked, okay, stock splits. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick, simple explanation. So stock splits often happen when the company want to free up more. Okay, I want to make this simple because I'm about to kind of go to the investing 2.0 and I don't want to do that. So usually when stock splits occur, when companies want to free up more shares so that people can buy them at a cheaper rate and so that they can do stocks buybacks. So you may have heard that term in the stock investing world, stock buybacks. Companies are doing stock buybacks. A lot of politicians don't like it because what happens is Amazon, they're going to do a stock split. So they're going to free up more shares. So when you free up more shares, it's going to give more people opportunity to buy it. Many people are not going to buy Amazon at $2,100. But if you split the stock, again, the value is still the same. But if you split the stock and you're doing 20-for-1 split and you can have it out for $105, imagine how many more people will buy. And what does that do? It makes Amazon net revenue or the investments that they have on hand go up, right? Because more people are investing in it. A lot of mutual funds. Now, if you don't know what mutual funds is, I want you to go back and go through my beginner investing 101 playlist. But the basic difference between a mutual fund versus an ETF or index fund is that mutual funds are usually associated with your employer sponsored retirement accounts. So usually with mutual funds, there's a minimum to get into them. Okay. So usually it's like $2,000, $3,000. Some of these mutual funds have $10,000 minimum requirements to get into them. So imagine if a mutual fund that manages like millions upon millions of dollars, they got a whole bunch of people retirement money in these accounts, have access to Amazon where they can get it at $105 per share. You talking about Amazon price going up and up and up and up? Insane. Okay. So stock splits are good for the investor because we can get into them at a cheaper price, but they're better for the company because the company will make more and they will buy back into their own company at a cheaper price. So that's what a stock buyback is. Basically, in a nutshell, Amazon wants to invest back into themselves. First of all, that's a good thing as an investor. Again, we're not talking about politics or morals here. We're talking about investing and business here. So if a company wants to buy more of their shares back, that means they believe in themselves. No company is going to buy their own shares back if they don't believe their products or services. And keep in mind, Amazon has a huge ecosystem. Okay. I was watching an Amazon documentary on CNBC last night, and you guys should take advantage of some of these documentaries that are on YouTube. Free stuff. Okay. Free stuff, free info out there. Amazon has their own planes now. Amazon has their own ships now. They're creating their own ecosystem. So they don't need to source out for anything. They want to get stuff from China. They got their own boats to do it. They want to get stuff from California to New York. They got their own planes and their own pilots to do it. Okay. So now they have some issues with work conditions inside of their factories. And that is something that I'm hoping that Amazon will get it together. But they are buying back their own shares. Again, some politicians don't like it because it says that, the rich are getting richer. But this is what I'm trying to expose you guys to make your own decision so that you can see how the wealthy people are doing. Again, I'm trying to take this information that I learned, take it from Wall Street to Main Street. Okay. So again, if you're doing the investing challenge and you're looking to get into Amazon, I believe this is supposed to be happening in June. Was it June? I got my phone up. Yeah, they're doing a 20-for-1 stock split, and they haven't done. They did 4 stock splits so far, and the last one they did was in 1999. So can you imagine with social media right now and just how investing has kind of changed because of the internet? What's going to happen when Amazon goes from, let's say, $2,100 a share to $105 a share? Just think about that. You don't even have to be an advanced investor to understand the psychology of what may happen when this split happens. So some people will ask me, should I buy into a stock before it splits? Should I wait till after it splits? I'm going to tell you what I do. Again, not financial advice because y'all already know I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a fiduciary. But I do, like I say, teach with the receipts. I try to show you, again, because I think experience can also be a good teacher and just transparency overall. But I buy before stock splits. Now, I don't buy mean companies. I buy good companies. When Tesla did their stock split, I bought it before it did it. And you know what happened? About 3 months later, Tesla went. So, okay, Tesla went to like $2,000. They announced the stock split. They did the stock split. I bought in before the stock split. So, my couple of shares quadruple. So, this is another thing. If you buy a whole share of, let's say, Amazon before the stock split, what basically that means is that you're going to have 20 shares. It's the value is the same. It's just broken down into 20 pieces. And I like the idea of having 20 shares of Amazon. I'm just going to say that. But historically, what usually happens is when good companies do splits, the stock goes up. Now, if you got to wait until after the split because, it's expensive, I would say, again, not financial advice, be ready. Be ready when it happens. If you know it's going to happen in June, thank you, D. For Amazon, be ready as soon as it happens. Have your capital on the side, ready and waiting. Okay, because a lot of people are waiting for Amazon and Google to be lower. I mean, there's a lot of people that I hear online that I watch that are waiting for these companies to split, that are saving their money. And right now, because the market is crashing, the lower Amazon and Google goes, that means the lower the stock split is, the lower the stock will be after the split, right? So if Amazon, let's just run some numbers. So let's just say Amazon is $1,900 when they do the stock split because the market is just crashing right now. $1,900 divided by 20 is $95. Can you imagine Amazon at $95 and what may happen when the holidays get here? And everybody always love to order off of Amazon during the holidays. Do you think Amazon will last for $95 for long? I don't think so. I don't think so. So again, this is about, again, the market is down, but we're trying to prepare. We're trying to have a vision. We're trying to look ahead and prepare our monies, prepare our portfolios for what could be the growth that could happen. Again, we buy and hold into good companies. I say it all the time, buy and hold, buy and hold. I'm telling you, if I see Amazon at $100, I'm buying like a whole lot, and Google as well. So that's my little tip. If you're waiting for those stock splits and you have to wait until after the stock split so that you can get it in lower, be ready to pounce. Be ready to just capitalize on it. Don't wait a month after the stock split. Now, sometimes the stock will drop, but again, do you think, ask yourself, if Amazon is at $95, and this is again assuming it's at $1,900 a share before the split, do you think it's going to stay that low for long? I don't. Especially when mutual funds will buy like 1,000 shares of Tesla. I mean, they have a lot of money at their arsenal. So that is going to drive the price up. Imagine if you see, Amazon at $95, everybody got access to it now. So it's, again, the more something is kind of wanted, the more the value is going to be. So be ready, right? We're going to have our cash ready. Let me see. I think there was one other thing. So a couple of you asked me what was I looking to buy. So I'm looking to buy a couple of things. So Airbnb is a company that I've been looking at for a while, especially now that the market is down. I'll tell you why I like Airbnb so much. Number one, just as a consumer, from a customer standpoint, I love the fact that I can conversate with the owners. I love the fact that I can filter it out and go for super host only. I can see what other people have to say about, that particular home. And just with the pandemic, with the panorama, I want to go on vacation in my own space, if that makes sense. I I know this is funny because in the past, I never wanted to cook or have access to a kitchen or anything, but I think the pandemic kind of changed my like makeup of what I want, and I want a house or like a condo or something. I want to have access to a kitchen. I want to have my own room. I want my children to have their own room. I want my own bathroom. I want my children to have their own bathroom. Pretty much like the setup that we have at home, I want when I go on vacation. And I love the fact that Airbnb offers this. I also believe that a lot of people feel the same way. Let me drink some water. My throat is like, ugh. Excuse me, guys. A lot of people, I think, feel the same way, that going on vacation, maybe going to a wedding, uh, they want to be in a place that they have more room, that they could prepare their own food. Even if they're like ordering out food, they want to just be able to kind of bring it back, put it in the refrigerator, be able to warm it up in the microwave. And I'll tell you this, even with like the cleaning fee and the service fees that's associated with Airbnb, when you break down the cost, to me, it's actually a smidget cheaper than staying in a hotel. So I like Airbnb for that reason. Let me pull up, see how much Airbnb closed at on Friday. I have my phone right here. So Airbnb, let's see. Okay. So right now it's at $122 per share. A year ago, it was at $207 per share. So again, these are the things that I am looking at. Again, I just believe, especially the pandemic kind of changed how people approach things like a vacation. I know some people are do their bachelorette parties at, they'll rent out an Airbnb that has like, and you can get some nice Airbnbs like with a pool, a big giant pool. You can get it in like in a big fancy house. And I think people are just changing their approach a little bit in terms of where they want to stay when it comes to their vacations, or just like a weekend getaway, weddings. I mean, holidays. People even rent out homes so they can have a nice big Christmas dinner with their whole family in an Airbnb. So that's just one of the companies that I'm looking at. I'm also looking at Lowe's. Now, I prefer Lowe's over Home Depot just from a customer standpoint. I feel like I get more help and attention in Lowe's. My husband feels the same way. I love how Lowe's is laid out, that I can find things easy. Also love that Lowe's, though a bit pricier in terms of goods and services than Home Depot, I kind of view it the same way as I do Walmart and Target. I'd rather have customer service and cleanliness and organization over at times just the cheapest price. That's just, again, me, that's just something personal that I deal with. But again, that is something that I look at. And I really have been liking, how Lowe's, in terms of their management. Again, management is very important when you are looking into companies. At least know the CEO of who the company is. And in that investing, I don't know, some of you were asking me this. In this investing workbook, in terms of like your research center, one of the questions I give you is, who is the CEO? So a lot of people don't know that Tim Cook is the CEO of Apple. And again, Apple is associated with Steve Jobs, but this is very important to know because these CEOs really dictate, the direction of the company. Like Elon Musk is the CEO of, I was about to say Twitter. I know that's kind of paused right now with that. And, I tell Rad Dad Investor all the time that Elon Musk is brilliant but crazy. Okay. He's a brilliant man, but the man got some issues going on up there. But when it comes to running his company, Tesla, he's a genius. I mean, what Tesla is doing right now and what it will be in the next 5 or 10 years, especially as most of not just our vehicles that we drive, but commercial vehicles transition to EV, like what Apple did for the phones and technology, Tesla is going to do the same thing. And I'm just getting on board early. Okay. Imagine if you bought into Amazon when it was $20 per share. You'll be a millionaire right now if you just held on to your shares. So that's what I'm trying to think about when I'm moving forward. But Airbnb and Lowe's is some of the companies that I am looking at. But I do talk about this more over in the Patreon. And I actually share with them my screen. And we talk about this in like super duper detail. Same with the dividends group as well. So, hey, Jocelyn, welcome. Aloha. Aloha. The Christian budgeter says, I think like that when going on vacation. As yes, I mean, I prefer not to stay in a small hotel room now. If I'm going to like the Four Seasons or the Ritz, that's different. But when I'm traveling with my children, I kind of want a little bit more space. I want them to have their own space. I want to have my own space. I want to have my own bathroom. I want them to have their own bathroom as well. So that's one of the reasons why I'm looking into like a company like Airbnb. Still researching it, but I'm liking the things that I am coming across. Same with Square. It's a company that is ran by Jack Dorsey, who was the former CEO of Twitter. But he is heavily into like digital FinCon or FinTech, things like that. So like your digital forms of payment, I think that is the future 5 years from now. I'll give you an example. My daughter, she's about to be 16. Girlfriend don't carry cash. She don't carry cash. Her or her friends, they don't use cash anymore. You know what they're using? Phone and this. The Apple Watch things, that's what they're using. Or their cards. They don't use cash. And so I'm thinking ahead, like, okay, the digital forms of payment, especially when it comes to crypto, is going to be the thing. If you think back to 10 years ago, could you even imagine Cash App being popular? No. There was a lot of skepticism around Cash App. Now everybody use it, right? People use Cash App all the time. So again, just think like that when it comes to investing. So when the market is down right now, use this time to research companies, get in on the ground floor. And some of your big blue chip companies like Amazon and Google, Microsoft, the Dollar Tree, these companies that are just outstanding. Look into put a little couple of extra bucks in there, because I'm telling you, the market will come around. It's down right now. It's down right now. But the market always comes back, and you don't want to wait until, let's say, September. The market is now at all-time highs, and we're looking back, remember when Disney was under $100 per share? Remember when, after Amazon did its 20-for-1 stock split, remember when it was like $110? Now it's back up to $1,000 per share. And then think of all of us who got in early and held because we believed in the company. Jocelyn says Honolulu will require 90-day minimum stays for Airbnb. Wow, really? And short-term rentals outside resort areas. Wow, I did not know that. Now, when we went to Hawaii, is that how you say it? I know when we were there, we heard a lot of the locals say that, but we stayed in an Airbnb over on the North Shore, and we absolutely loved it. It was so different from staying in Oahu. We stayed at the Hilton Hawaiian Village. Okay, my husband he stays at Hilton. He frequents Hilton. So when we were able to go, because he had like over 80,000 points, so we were able to stay at the Hilton for a week without having to pay anything, and loved it. But I did not know that about the Airbnb. So thank you for letting me know that. Like, wow, that's amazing. Let me see. A Christian brother says, I always think about that Amazon scenario. Yes, yes. And again, it's a lot of fear right now. And that's why your investy bestie, moi, comes here. I try to be transparent. I try to show you the accounts. And the couple of videos that I have coming out, you guys are going to really see more of that type of content, because I'm noticing which videos on my channel are getting more views, and I'm saying, okay, this is what you guys want to see, which makes it easier because I can sit here and talk about stocks for the next 5 hours because I love it so much. But to know that you want to know about early retirement and investing from my perspective as someone who shows their real numbers, documenting their journey, I'm glad to see that. And I'm going to have definitely more content coming out about that. Saving with Vane. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome. See, it's 8 o'clock here. So when you say good afternoon, I had to look at my clock on the laptop like, wait a minute, what time is it? But I believe that was everything I wanted to talk about. So we talked about inflation. Remember, yes, inflation, in my humble opinion, will get worse before it gets better. The summer is coming. Just prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Start saving up for back to school now if you can. If you can get ahead a little bit with your pantry, start stocking up now. If you can put a little bit of money aside for investing to be ready for this Amazon 20-for-1 stock split, that's a great way to get ahead of investing or inflation. If you want to make an extra payment to your student loans or your credit cards, again, this is a great way to get ahead of it. Use the Beat Inflation Challenge right here to kind of get ahead. This is all a part of the 50% off sale. So like I said, all the products on my site using the code LIVE only for tonight only. Tonight only, 50% off all the products, like an inflation sale. I like to do a sale once a month, like I said, because yeah, I want to make sure I'm helping you to get ahead, because I don't want to be the only millionaire I know. I don't want to be the only homeowner I know or the only debt-free person. I'm trying to do what I can to, what I always say, change the face of wealth, because if we don't change the face of wealth, we're not going to be able to break a lot of these generational curses. The payday loans, ding 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 ding. Robbing Peter to pay Paul, ding 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 ding. Like just lights being shut off, eviction notices, ding, 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 ding. And I don't want to continue to live like that or have my children live that way. And thank God for all of the savings challenges and investing and all the content that's available so that we can kind of take charge of our finances and change the makeup of our families, right? This is, I think for a lot of us, this is bigger than just us. I'm hoping anyway. It's for your children, it's for your grandchildren, it's for your parents even. I know some of you are doing this because you want to help your parents as they age. You want to be able to help your nieces and nephews. Maybe take some of this information back and share it with your cousins or your siblings, nieces and nephews. This is so much bigger than us, really creating and keeping wealth, not just creating it, because a lot of times wealth is created and then lost by the second or third generation. But we want this to keep going. So we take what we know, we take what we learn and absorb, and then we pass it on. And then we encourage our children to do the same for their children by teaching them. I know someone asked me, why did I give my daughter a credit card? She's about to turn 16. She needs to know what credit is all about. She needs to know how to be a responsible credit user. Unlike Dave Ramsey, credit is very important. I tell people all the time, if you are even thinking about buying a house, and God knows if you want to get into real estate, like investing for real estate, you need to have good credit. You need to have credit, and you need to have good credit. So this is helping her to get into those good habits. So when she's out the house and she's living on her own, she already has this knowledge baked into her brain. So when she gets married and she has her own children, she's able to pour into them, and then they can continue to do it. And we can be like the Vanderbilts, the Rothschilds, all these families whose wealth outlived them. This is what like, I want this to outlive us, and I want your goals, whatever your financial goals are, because not everybody wants to retire early. Not everybody wants to be a millionaire. Not everybody wants to do all of the things, but whatever you want to do, we want to make sure that it can be sustained, and then hopefully, right, outlive and outlast you, right? When we buy a house, we want the house to stay in the family. If we have an investing account or a trust, it'd be great if it's not all used up, and that money can continue to kind of go down the generations so that, people can look back and say, my great grandma, I'm the investy bestie, got this all started. So, yeah, I'm hoping that, this live helped a lot of you. I'm hoping that you're feeling encouraged going into this week. Again, we don't know what type of inflation data is going to be released. We don't know what's going to happen in the economy or in the news. But again, if you buy and hold, if you believe, again, this is the key. You got to believe in it. Crypto took a beating, okay? And guess what your investy bestie did? Ching, 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 ching. Whatever money I could muster up to get some more Bitcoin, to get some more Ethereum, to get some more Solana, because I know it's not going anywhere. Okay. Same with the regular stocks. Realty Income. I was buying Realty Income. Disney, was buying Microsoft, was buying CVS. I was buying Iron Mountain. Same in my children's portfolios. Buying there. Why? Because when you buy and hold, the market always comes back, and I can enjoy the ride up in the stock market. So let me see. I think I'm missing some comments. I'm sorry, y'all. I tell you, I could stay on here to midnight and talk about stocks. I could stay on here and talk about investing because I'm truly am passionate about. I love it. I love it. I used to spend so much time watching The Real Housewives, Nene and them. And now I'm either researching or looking it up. I'm watching documentaries or interviews on TV, reading about something, because when you see your money making money, when we went back, my husband and I, we went back and we saw how in 7 years the progress we made, it changes your perspective of money. And I know someone asked me before, like, how do you prevent making money an idol? Make your money work for you. See, a lot of times our money becomes an idol because we're slave to it. Now, you make your money work for you, That's the opposite of being an idol. I demand my money to tell me what it's been doing. That's why I track everything. That's why I do visuals. Okay. It's like, okay, time to give me a report. I'm doing my portfolio update. Money, tell me how you were doing this month. How much money did you make? How much money did you make? How many dividends did I get? Because that is not making your money idle. It's making my money an employee. It's our employee. Every month when I do my portfolio updates, when I do my net worth updates, it's a report. Okay. So that's how you got to look at it. Okay. You are the CFO of your finances. All right. You are the chief in charge. If something's not working right, change it, fire it, move to something else. Okay. When I started day trading several years ago and I was losing money, I said, it's not working right. Okay, I got to figure out something else. I figured the best strategy for me was to buy and hold in good companies. I put my money there and I make it work there. And then whenever dividends we got, I reinvested it. See, that's making your money work overtime. Give it extra shifts, make it sign up so that your money is working everywhere. That's one reason why I love cryptocurrency, because right now, guess what's happening to Bitcoin and Ethereum? It's going up. I get alerts. I've been getting alerts on my phone all weekend about it's going up. I bought last week when it was red. So I'm just but I'm passionate. I hope that y'all can see the passion. I want all of us to win, when it comes to investing or crypto, whatever it is. I-bonds. I mean, I've been loving the I-bonds. Make your money work for you guys, okay? And the best way to do that, especially right now, is through investing. You're going to look back. If you hold off because of fear, you're going to look back and wish you would have gotten in now. But it won't be too late, but you'll be kind of getting on the train as it's moving up. We want to get on the train before it leaves the station, if that makes sense. So I hope that you guys enjoy this live. Take advantage of the sale, 50% off tonight only. Use that code LIVE. It's an inflation sale, right? I understand. So I'm trying to help you guys get ahead so that we can win together. We can get to the promised land together, right? And help other people win. Explain it to other people so they can understand. There's a lot of fear around the stock market. There's a lot of fear in our families about investing, a lot of misguided information. The stock market is the devil, or the stock market is gambling. It's only for, the old white man. I mean, this stuff actually exists in my family. And look, I'm a 37-year-old Black woman who's a millionaire. So if I can do it, you can do it. I know people in this chat who's debt-free, who don't have student loans, who are buying a house with $100,000 down payment, Miss Jocelyn. So again, changing this, really knocking a lot of these stereotypes, excuse me, guys, that have been plaguing us. There's a such thing as financial curses that run rampant through our families, through the generations, but we can break these things. Is it going to be harder for us because we're the first? Absolutely. Is it going to demand the most from us because we're the first? Absolutely. It is. We're going to have to do the most work. Yes, we're going to go through more. We're going to have more trials and tribulations, more struggles, more on the train, off the train. Stop, go, stop, go. But that's what happens when you're the first to do something in your family, especially when it comes to finance. But once you get it real, real good, it'll be easier for your children and your grandchildren and all of that. So it is after 8:00, and I want to watch an episode of Stranger Things. That's my new favorite show now on Netflix. And just really take a breather. But I wanted to get on, let you guys know how I was getting ready for the week when it comes to the stock market and investing. I have a video that's supposed to come out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. I won't put a poll up tomorrow because we're still looking at houses, guys. We're still looking at houses, and our roof gets done tomorrow for one of the rentals. So it's a busy week, but I hope that you guys enjoy the live. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. I hope that you guys didn't think I was getting too preachy or anything, but I want you guys to understand like what's at stake here. And I'm hoping that it motivated you and encouraged you to, stay the course. That's what we're trying to do. Stay the course. So again, take advantage of the sale. Use that code LIVE tonight only. Midnight. Tonight only. Take advantage. All the products, even the $1 a day challenge, 50% off. After that, it'll go right back to the regular schmegular prices that it was. So make sure you guys hit the like. If you have any questions, let me just take like a minute or so. Does anybody have any questions? I'm about to log off and go watch Stranger Things and get me a snack. Probably some macaroni and cheese. That's not a snack. What am I talking about? I'm going to get me a little treat. Jocelyn says, yes, let's go. Cheers for turning our dream. Yes, girl. Yes. Tanya says, thanks. Thank you, Yvette. Thank you, Jay Cousin. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you, April. Thank you. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you. Already liked this video. Thank you for this live. A little late, but enjoyed it. No problem. No problem. Thank you, Jay Budgets. I'm trying to make sure I acknowledge everybody. The Christian Budgeter. Thank you, sis. D versus Debt. Hey, D. This is D. See, I know your intro. I know a lot of y'all intros because I watch your channels. I said channel. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And like I said, I'll see you guys. And hey, Marcus, bro. You was on Marcus, you a mess. I enjoyed your video today too, bro. I enjoyed it. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much. Have a good night. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. 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 Let me make sure I say bye. Type bye. All right. See you guys later.